Three of the top 5 scorers back. Can Southern Utah get back to the big dance this year? As we welcome you to the WAC Women's Basketball Preview Show, I'm Kendra Sheehan alongside WNBA coach Brandy Poole. And Southern Utah is a team that, went through a couple of injuries, but this year have a really core nucleus coming back.
Right, and they have championship experience, which you can't, it's not underrated, right, to have that kind of winning experience. So I am really looking forward. Southern Utah is my surprise team for this season. I look forward to what Coach Mason has in store for us.
We'll go ahead and bring in head coach Tracy Mason in her 7th season. And this year, knock on wood, you have a lot more depth. You have so many big returners coming back. Dayla Balina, Sam Johnston, Ava Urick, Ashley Banks. How does this allow you just to be even more competitive this year and simply put, to be able to run that 5-on-5 practice that you weren't able to do last year?
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited. I think this is really the biggest roster that I've had, since I've been here. And I think we have a lot more depth than we've had in the past. And we have some huge returners, a lot of people with a lot of experience, great leadership. So I'm just excited about this group. They've been working really hard, and looking forward to seeing, the product that we put out on the court.
Balina is your engine coach. She's so good with the ball in her hands and kind of runs this team for you. So talk about what she brings, just not only her leadership, but what she brings on the court.
She's a huge voice for us. I mean, she says the right things. She holds her teammates accountable. I think, she wants to see success for this group, and I think she knows this is her last year, and she's determined. She's working really hard. And I think she's being a great leader for us. I think that's something that we've been able to get out of her for the last few years since she's been here. And so it's just fun to see every year her continue to grow and grow. And she is the engine that makes us go. And I think she knows that, and she takes on that role. And I think she really thrives in that.
With injuries, certain players got bigger minutes and a bigger role, and they certainly rose to the occasion. Ava Urick, Ashley Banks, how do you describe the way that they were able to come in and really rise to the occasion and allow them to get that veteran experience now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ava was a huge force for us as a freshman, and we kind of knew what we were getting with her. She's just a real competitive player. I think she takes everything, practice, whatever it is, like she competes and she wants to win. And I think she really established herself, even with our upperclassmen, as someone we could really rely on, and they knew they were going to get effort out of her all the time. So she played some huge minutes for us last year. And then Ashley, she got a great opportunity, and I really feel like it was fun to watch her improve as the season went on. I think it has been great for her moving into this year, and just the confidence that she has from being able to get the playing time that she did last year. And, we kind of messed around with some different lineups last year, trying to fill some voids with some injuries and people that we didn't have. And really, Ash was kind of that fit that we were missing towards the end of the season that we really needed. And I felt like she really stepped up for our team, and it's just been fun to watch her continue to grow.
Coach, with a few weeks of practice under your belt now, what do you like that you're seeing from this team, and what's the identity that you'd like to establish?
I think for us right now, I really feel like we have all the right pieces, and it's just putting those pieces together. And, you see spurts of this really, really great group, and then there's times where it's like, we gotta figure this out. And the more we practice, the more, those spurts are lasting longer, and they're, turning into 5-minute segments, 10-minute segments. And so it's just fun to see them come together. And like I talked about depth, I mean, we have 16 on our roster right now. We have a couple players coming in at the break. I mean, this is a group where they're competing every single day, and it's not us against practice players or coaches. It's them against each other. And so they're really making each other better. This is, like I said, I think the most depth that we've had in a long time. And so it's fun to see different lineups. And, we can be fast, we can be strong, we can get the ball inside. We have some great post players. We have some great shooters. And people that can get to the rim. So I feel like we really have all the pieces to be really, really solid.
You have 8 players on your roster that are listed at 6 foot or above. How will you hope to utilize that size to be a threat to your opponents?
Yeah, I think that's kind of been a staple of our team. Honestly, we've always been one of the bigger teams in the conference, and we love our post players. We love being able to get the ball inside, and rebounding has always been a staple for us. And so I think that's something that we can continue to focus on. I like the size. I like the versatility. We have some players that can play on the perimeter or in the post, and those are 6 foot, 6'1" players. And so I think having that length makes us a little bit harder to guard, because we can attack mismatches and things like that. So I like the versatility of having a taller lineup, but yeah, I mean, we do have a big group, and I look at them out on the court now, and I'm like, wow, we got a lot bigger this year too.
Coach, thank you so much. Best of luck this season. It's time for our player breakdown. Gotta guess it's going to be Belina.
Belina. And as a post coach, I love that she's got some bigs that she utilizes well. But I had to stick with Deilani Belina because she does such a good job. In this first clip here, you're going to see her come off a horn screen, and then they're going to re-screen it. They're going to roll pause right here. See, really good screen set by her big. That's so underrated here. But you're going to see Belina use a little hesitation, and then this whole lane line is open for her. And this is where she's so good. As the film rolls, you're going to see it. She uses a little hesitate, gets her defender to stand up, and then gets to the rim, finishes well without contact. She leads this team in free throws attempted. Again, there another wing ball screen where she gets down into the paint, finishes with contact. She's just so good with the ball in her hands and her ability to get into the paint to create for her teammates or to create for herself.
And she spent her entire career at Southern Utah, one of the anomalies in college basketball. Now, as we take a look at the non-conference slate, first 3 games are on the road for the Thunderbirds. They open up the season at Utah, then Jacksonville State, and then Fresno State. They get Idaho at home. They'll play in a fun Thanksgiving tournament in Reno. So Coach said when they had that 22-23 season where they won the tournament, she said she challenged them with the toughest non-conference schedule. So she's hoping with this one prove the same results.
I think she's doing that, and you see at Utah early. When you open the season at your crosstown, you know, rival school, you know, the players are going to be pumped to play that. But again, we talked about the championship experience that this roster has, and I think last year was a bit of an anomaly for this team. They've had some injuries, but I think they're going to bounce right back and be at the top of the WAC.
And despite that, they found a way to get into the tournament and be competitive there. We'll go ahead and bring in Dayla Belina and Jaden Brown. I'll start with you, Dayla, because this is your final year of eligibility. And when you look back in 6 months from now, what do you want to be able to say that you accomplished this past year, personal and team-wise?
I guess overall, first of all, I'm blessed to even get another year. I know a lot of people don't. But I will say that when I look back after the season, I just want to say that I put my all in it. Just want to say that I had a good time, and I was where my feet were at the whole entire time. I guess for goals for the team would probably be to win the WAC. I mean, that's always the goal. Want to go the furthest out of everybody and maybe even get to March Madness again.
Deilani, as the leader, as the point guard of this team, you've got a bunch of newcomers. You guys are going to have a bounce-back season. But talk about what you like so far out of this group and these newcomers and kind of if there's a different vibe coming into this season.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a different vibe. You know, last year wasn't the best year, but, you know, we'll forget about that. But at the end of the day, I just think that our freshmen came in and they're competitive. I mean, we have a couple that come in and make me work hard every single day, and that's all I could ask for. I think the WAC has to watch out for our freshmen this year for sure.
Jaden, your story is pretty incredible. It'll be the first time that you've played since January of 2022, and last year you sat out at Southern Utah after giving birth to your first child. So take us inside what motherhood has been like, and now you're balancing athletics, motherhood, and school.
Yes, thank you. It has been a roller coaster, but it's been so good. You know, for me and my husband, having a baby has just been such a God-given gift, and it's been humbling and exciting, and it's been really interesting just to balance everything. We're both in school, so we kind of go to school and then practice, then he goes to work and we switch off, but we're making it work, and it's honestly been incredible. I feel like Southern Utah is a perfect place for me to be because my teammates, my coaches, they've been incredible in helping us, supporting us, giving me the help and encouragement that I need. It's just been a really special place for me and my family to be, and I'm really excited for this year.
Jaden, congrats again on that and becoming a mother, but you haven't seen game action in a year. So talk about what you're most excited for when you lace back up and step on that court in your opening game at Utah.
I'm so excited for this year. Like you said, I was here at SUU last year just from the sidelines on the bench, and I got to be there with the girls and see how things work here, and I'm just ready to get out there. It's been a long time. Before having my baby, I had a knee surgery, I had the baby, I had another cleanup surgery, and it's just been a long time, and I feel like I've taken a lot of breaks since playing basketball, and I'm a senior, but I still feel like I have so much more to give to the game. I don't think I've gotten to play my best basketball yet, and this is just a really special group that I'm going to be able to play with, and it's really, really exciting.
Yeah, it's really a tremendous story. And Dayla, as you look at this year, I know last year you had to be thrust into a different role, you had said, with injuries. You had to score more. What do you anticipate this year your role being as the fifth-year senior?
Yeah, no, I don't see it changing a ton, but we do have a couple transfers that came in. We have Sydney Gandy. She came from LMU, and she was at Idaho before. She's great. She's taking some pressure off me, off the ball, and it's going to be nice having her come up, facilitate the offense. It gives me some time to, get to the wing and hopefully score a little bit more. I don't know, we'll see. But, we have so many weapons now that, I don't think I have to worry about taking on such a big role. And it's going to be nice for this last year to not cruise through, but, not feel like all the weight's on me and, kind of rely on some of the other guards who I trust very much, to take care of it.
This question is for both of you, but Coach has talked about the depth, and she's really excited about on this team. But brag a little bit about some of your teammates. Who do you think has really worked hard over this summer and off season that we should look forward to watching on your team?
Go first.
No, I'm going to give my credit to everybody. I think every single person on this team has put their best foot forward for the past few months, and I couldn't be more proud. I mean, the jump we're going to make from last year to this year is going to be insane. And I want to give my props to Jaden as well. She's been through so much, and, not a lot of people can go through that much and still say they want to get back on the court. So I think she needs her credit for sure.
Thank you. Dayla also has been going through some injuries over the summer, so it's been really fun to play with her and get back into it. Our team is doing great. All the newcomers have come in ready to work, and I want to highlight specifically Ava Urick. She had a great year last year for us as a freshman, and she still has so much to give. She's come in working hard. She does great things on both ends of the court, and we're really, really excited for her.
Jaden, last question for you just about your return to basketball, because I know there's so many ups and downs, and maybe you're not the player that you were before the injury or before, motherhood. And so how have you had to balance that out and kind of create your new identity as this new player coming back?
Yeah, I will definitely say I am a new player because I'm just a new person. Obviously, having my injuries and having a baby, I think the biggest thing for me has been prioritizing everything that basketball brings. It's so important just to work and work and work and push yourself. It's also really important to be patient at times, to work on other things, to watch film, to do the stuff off the court, to take care of your mental health. I think I've really learned that it takes a lot of pieces to make everything work. And I'm still trying to learn that, but it's been a really helpful thing for me to remember all of those things.
Awesome. Well, it was great getting a chance to speak with you both. Best of luck on the season. We'll take a quick break.